Going to be doing another Kool Glide video, and I've done another video in the playlist. If you look under Kool Glide for code base, I went ahead and put up some code base with the what's called utility tape. And on that one, you have a pressure sensitive side right here. It's a peel and stick side. On that one, I stuck up the tape this way with the pressure sensitive side on the wall. And then I got my code base and I glued it onto the hot melt. This time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hot melt side on the wall, and then I'm going to do the pressure sensitive side out, so I can just glue my code base onto that. Because what we do on a lot of jobs is we use pressure sensitive tape on the wall on the code base, and what we'll do is we'll glue the base back here. So this is all tape, and then this is all code base adhesive. Right now I'm going to put up a piece of base. I'm not going to put the code base adhesive on, but I'm just going to focus on the corner. And this is pretty typical on most jobs when you're doing a relay, what's called. So you're pulling off the old code base, you're putting in new carpet and new base, and so this represents your wall and your outside corner. And then usually from here down there's no paint, but it's this part right here a lot of times comes off because this is where they put drywall mud, and you're sticking code base on with glue, so when you pull off the base it pops off some of the drywall mud and stuff. So what I usually do is we'll clean it up a little bit, and then we'll put some primer, or we'll like we can put paint primer, we can put primer for floors, anything to give it a clean surface. In this case, what I did was I just sprayed it with a little bit of paint, but it's a nice clean surface now. But instead of patching it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this utility tape, and the hot melt is going to fill in all that void right there, and it's going to give me a nice surface to wrap around, and then the utility tape is going to grab the code base. I'm going to show you in a minute. So first thing I got to do is I want to cut this down to where it's not going to sit up above the base. And what I do is, if you notice this top part right here, I cut that off, and the bottom part here I left on. So what I do is I take when you look at the tape itself, if you peel back this back part right here, you're going to see something. And what it's going to show you is, see the tape? See how the bottom doesn't have any tape, but the top has more, see? So what I want to do is I want to put that to the very top, okay? But I still need to cut off, like I did over here, so that I have glue all the way up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife and my straight edge, and I'm going to cut off the top part. And then what I want to do is I'll just mock this one right here. Because that's where I want to be. So I'm going to cut it to the same size as that one, since I already have that all laid out. And that way it sits just right below the code base. I don't have a big mess there. Okay, so now what's worked best overall is when I do this, I'm going to leave this on right here because I'm putting the hot melt side in, okay? And what I do is I put a piece of cardboard up, and take my Kool Glide, and I'm going to lay it on its side. So I'll put my tape up, I'll put my cardboard up. In fact, I'm going to put it this way, I think, so it holds it flat. Okay, now I got it set to where it's going to be right on the edge there. So I'll put my arrows on the edge, turn on my Kool Glide, Once my light goes off, it tells me it's ready. Okay, and all that glue is melting right now. See the smoke there? We'll take that off. And let it roll it. Now I got a nice solid surface there. Filled in all that void right there. Do the same thing on this side over here. Yeah, I went a little too hot on that one. I'm gonna a little bit lower here. Okay, turn my iron on. It's gonna melt it all the way through. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling or not, but I can. It's smoking. Okay, that should be done. Take that off. Just want to press it on. Okay, let that sit for a few minutes. I'm gonna get my cove base now. Okay, my cove base is just gonna wrap around like so. I'll go ahead and unplug my Kool glide here. When you do outside corners like that, the biggest problem that we have with these is there's nothing to glue to, so it just pops off. See, now I have my 2-way tape already set. Gotta get the paper off. That might be the hardest part of the video, getting that paper off. Okay. Same thing on this side over here. Now all this right here is all nice and tacky. It's going to stick on there just fine. And I have my cove base, okay? I already have it pre-cut for my outside corner. Just going to fit it up like so. Get my roller, roll it out. Press on the edges just a little bit right here on the corner, just so it locks in. I'm going to come around and start from the outside corner and just push it through. Once this tape grabs, that's it, it's over. What I want to do here is I'm going to put a little more tape on it, because that top part got a little burned. I'm going to use this double grip power hole. And I'm just going to put that on top of the base here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen when they do countertops. When they do countertops with Formica, they put contact on both sides. In other words, they put it on the top, and then they put it on the Formica itself. And then when they grab the two together, it's a for sure bond. See, that's a lot better there. That top part didn't want to stick too well. To make sure there. Okay, so now I have a nice surface to stick to, and then that double-faced tape gives it a little extra there. See, these are products that are sold by the Trax company. The tape here and the actual Kool glide itself, and then the utility tape, which is I believe it's branded by Seamaster. But so that's your finished product there. And that thing's not going nowhere. Not at all.